to our fifth meeting of Eloquent Echoes. Today we are going to visit beautiful places in France, and we are going to explore some information that we haven't experienced before through the words of our guest speaker. So to begin with, I would like to call our president, TTM Talavinha.
Thank you so much, and welcome once again, everyone. Today, of course, we are going to visit beautiful France. But first, let me introduce what Toastmasters is and what Eloquent Equals is. So Toastmasters is a worldwide education program that is present in most countries of the world. It has more than 250,000 members, and it has more than 17,000 clubs. The main purpose of Toastmasters is to improve the communication and leadership skills of its members. In the process, though in the process, of course, we also discover that we become part of this beautiful community, the very evidence of which is this gathering right now, people from so many countries. And it is a volunteer organization, and its core values are integrity, service, respect, and excellence. Eloquent Ethos is just like any other club of Toastmasters. However, it has a few distinguishing features. The first is that it is an advanced club, which means that the criteria for membership are restricted to those who are already members of other clubs, although that's by no means a hard and fast rule. We can always vote to let completely new person in as well. And secondly, it is set apart by its very theme nature. Every meeting we visit a different place, and what sets us apart is that we enlist a tour guide that hails from that very place, and we explore the culture and history of that place. The second distinguishing factor is the fact that our table topics are also centered around the place that we are visiting. And thirdly, of course, we have panel evaluations, which are an enhanced version of what happens in the evaluation session in Toastmasters. So I welcome all our guests and ask them to introduce themselves briefly, starting with, of course, our tour guide for today, Caroline Pott. And please let me know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Please introduce your name, yourself briefly.
Okay. So hello everyone. First of all, thank you for inviting me. It's a real pleasure to be with you today. My name is Caroline Pau. I'm a French textile designer and art director. I've been working in textile for over 20 years now, helping brands to develop collection or concepts as a freelancer. I live in Tours. It's almost from 1 hour by train from Paris. It's a famous region because we have a lot of beautiful castles and good wine. And today I'd like to share with you a different side of France. Not only its famous landmarks, but what makes France unique today. So I'm happy to share with you.
Sure. Thank you so much for joining us. We are so privileged to have you. And we have Toastmaster or guest, Jaleel Mohammed. Please introduce yourself briefly, sir.
Thank you very much. My name is Jaleel Mohammed Raja. I'm from Islamabad. I'm a banker by profession for the past 26 years. I love traveling and love to make new friends and meeting new people and going to new places. So this forum has given me a lot. Through this forum, I learn a lot about communication skills, new places, new people, and it's marvelous place. I really admire and recommend others to join this forum. It's an excellent place to be.
Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you, thank you so much. So we have someone, an extraordinary lady in the house, a long time Toastmaster, and if I dare say so, an example for all of us. Of course, our tour guide is French, so how could we not have an Italian in the house? Toastmaster Maria, please introduce yourself. Can you unmute? Toastmaster Maria, I've asked you to unmute. You must have received a prompt on the screen. Am I audible?
I think you are not audible to her. Is she Maria?
Yeah, now she's
What?
on mute. Yes, Toastmaster Maria. Please introduce yourself. Last time I checked, she understood English. Please don't ask me to speak Italian.
No, probably she is not Maria. If she is Maria, then why is she getting younger day by day?
She is Maria, of course. Toastmaster Maria. Oh, no sound. Can you? All right, we'll troubleshoot that. Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, please quickly introduce yourself.
My name is Shafaq Zaman and I am new to Toastmaster. I have joined 1 month ago, and now I enjoyed every session meeting of all of these clubs. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. So today our theme is France. My excursions into France started in early 2000. I visited Paris and found it beautiful. I also then visited a couple of years later the beautiful French countryside, and I found out that the French countryside has to be one of the most beautiful places in the entire world. I then made a third trip and delved into the culinary history of the country. In the early 2020s, I got the opportunity to actually drive around Nice and Cannes and some other beautiful places. And I was captivated all over again. But then I saw another side of France. I accompanied an American friend into France, and I managed to discover that that American friend spoiled the trip for me. Of course, I'm talking about The Devil Wears Prada, Ratatouille, Mr. Bean's Holiday, Forza Horizon 2, Devil's Wear Prada 2, and Emily in Paris. These are just some of the movies and games that have been set in France. And if you look into your personal life, you will also find out that you've visited France far more than you ever realized. So every time I virtually visited France through all these pieces of art, I fell in love with the place all over again. So it is my time to hand over the charge to someone who has actually visited France in person quite a bit. And Toastmaster Janzet, before handing over the charge to you, I would also ask you to, fill up take advantage of your session and fill some missing spots in the agenda. So over to you. Everyone put your hands together for Toastmaster Janzet Shah.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Talha. And I'm happy to be the Toastmaster of the day today. For who do not know what is a Toastmaster of the day, like I'll be the in charge of the meetings proceeding for the rest of the meetings today. So I'll be managing all the segments of the meeting. Before we actually start the segments of the meeting, we have some open slots for the meeting today. So we do not have our speech evaluator. So we have got two speeches. One is going to be the DTM Talha's speech, and I've requested DTM Anam Kadri to evaluate it. I've sent over the speech details of DTM Talha. So this is one part, and we need a language evaluator as well, and one more speech evaluator. So there is going to be a second speech, which is going to be mine. So Toastmaster Maria, can you be the evaluator of my speech? Right. So we have got the second lead evaluator. So once we invite you for the lead evaluation, then you will need to choose the recommendators and commendators one each. So that we can do on the spot. And DTM Irfan Farooqi, can we request you to be the language evaluator today? Or anyone else?
I will not be continuing for long. After
Right.
the first speech, I will be leaving.
Right. So maybe Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan, Toastmaster Babar.
I nodded for one evaluation. I don't know if you are talking about another thing. You just
Yeah,
messaged me.
perhaps we can ask
Yes.
Toastmaster Shafaq,
Lang-
would you like to be the language evaluator for today? You just have to look for any grammatical errors that and suggest corrections. You've done this role before.
Yes, inshallah, I will try, but my not also not good, but I will try.
All right. We have our language evaluator.
So Toastmaster Shafaq, if you have any word of the day in your mind, please let us know on the group chat. So because our meeting revolves, like our meeting has one word of the day, which the members are encouraged to use in their speeches or any proceedings of the meeting. So please suggest the word of the day in the chat box, or if you have in mind, you can let us know here.
Okay, inshallah, I will put in the chat.
Right. Thank you so much. So this brings all the slots almost completed. And now we can move towards the meeting's proceedings because we have got guests here as well. So I'm going to explain how the meeting runs in Toastmasters. So in Toastmasters, we have got three segments of any Toastmasters meeting. One is the prepared speech segment, where members deliver their prepared speech projects. So in Toastmasters, we have got 11 pathways, and every pathway has multiple levels. So every Toastmaster completes via delivering their prepared speeches in every meeting. So this is the segment which caters all the prepared speech segments. And then we will have the second segment, which is table topic speeches. So table topic is a segment where the table topic master will assign any random person in the meeting a unique topic for him or herself, and then that person will have to speak for at least 1 minute or maximum 2.5 minutes. So that is going to be the table topic speech segment, and the third segment will be the general evaluation. And in that segment, we will get to learn how we did perform in all the other earlier segments. So there will be a general evaluator who will get to evaluate all the meetings proceedings which we performed today. So these are going to be the three segments of our meeting. And now we are going to formally start the meeting. But before we start, I would like to invite the role holders today to explain their roles. So first of all, I would like to invite our DTM Talha bin Ahmed, who is going to perform the timer role. Yes.
Right. So thank you, everyone. And every segment in Toastmasters is timed. You just heard the time limits from our Toastmaster of the day. So my job will be to show timing indications. When you've reached your minimum time for a segment, you'll be shown green. When you are at an intermediate time, you'll be shown yellow. And when you are at the maximum time, you'll be shown red. So for speeches, it will be 5, 6, 7. For table topics, it will be 1, 1.5, and 2. For evaluations, it will be 2, 2.5, and 3. For recommendations and commendations, you'll just see this. This will turn red at the 1 minute mark. And every time you see the red mark, that means you have about 30 seconds to wind up your presentation. Otherwise, you'll be disqualified from voting. Now, again, to people who have joined for the first time, just like it did for me, it might seem too intimidating and too methodical, but soon you'll learn this is the best way to fit all of that content within a small amount of time. So with that, over to you, Toastmaster Jazib Shah.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Talha. Now I would like to invite Mr. Shafaq Zaman to explain his role as language evaluator to.
Thank you, Jazeb Shah, DTM Jazeb Shah. My role is very simple. I will listen to everyone English and write down good words, good sentences, and any grammatical mistake. At the end of the meeting, I will give my report. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Right. So now it is time to start with our beautiful keynote speech. And as you all know that it's a different, or it's an advanced club. And the theme of our meeting is to visit a new place every meeting. So this is a unique opportunity with this club's member get. So today we are going to visit France, and we have a very special person to visit us, to lead us through the culture and the language and the unique parts of France. So Caroline is an art designer. She leads the retail companies to build their brands. So we all see different designs. We all crave, or we like the French taste. We like France is is known for its design, and a lot of companies. I'm personally attached to a lot of retail companies throughout the world. My task is to sell different products to different retailers, not only in France, in Europe, in Australia, in other countries. A lot of inspiration for the design comes from France. A lot of companies follow this, and Caroline is the one who has been in this segment for last 20 years. She builds design, and she, leads retail stores to, design their ranges, which comes into the retail shops, and then we buy these. So she is a really good retail design director. She has been associated with great French brands, and she is here to lead us through France's journey. So without further ado, I would like to invite Caroline for starting his keynote speech about France. So Caroline, the stage is yours. Thank you so much for joining us. You are mute. You are mute, Caroline. Yeah.
Thank you, Janzaib.
Yeah.
Better. Okay, so thank you so much. I would like to introduce France, and I would like to share my screen. I hope it will be okay.
Yes, sure.
Let me 2 seconds, please. Tac. Hop. I sent to you a message to, yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to now.
Okay, so, okay, 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 and
Yes, we can see your screen.
up. Okay. Is it okay for you? You can see well? Yeah, okay, great. So, bonjour. It's a pleasure to be with you. I would like to make a little introduction of France.
Excuse
So,
me, we can't. Excuse me.
yeah,
We can't see the screen. We can't see the screen.
Yeah,
Have you shared the screen?
it appeared, but then yeah.
you can't see the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You need to share it again.
We did see for a moment, but then it went away.
The first, yeah, okay. You can see the first, but it was just this one. Okay. It was just a really picture of Paris and the Eiffel Tower, you can see. And France is a country of culture, creativity, and lot of contrasts. Okay? So,
No, still we can't see it.
you can't see it?
No. You need to
Oh.
share again. You need to share
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need to share at each slide I need to share?
No. You just share it once and it should
Yeah.
remain visible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you do the stop sharing and share it
Okay.
again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me restart.
Probably when you converted it to the full screen, it went away.
Okay, so partager. Hop.
Now it is here. Yeah.
Yes, it's visible now.
You can see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
You can.
Okay. It's okay?
Now it
disappeared
has gone.
again.
It
It's
disappeared.
not okay?
No.
No,
Okay.
we can. So perhaps what you can do, Caroline, is if you could share what you wish to share with Jazeb and he can put it up for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
but no, it will be fine. I think I know the problem. You can see here?
No, not.
No. Okay. So
Probably when you are turning it to the full screen,
yes,
Yeah.
then it
when I
disappears.
want, yes, okay, so not in full screen. I
Yeah.
restart. Sorry.
No problem.
It happens. No worries.
Sorry. Partager.
बातें जाती हैं कि कौन है बोंजोर कहेगी बोंजोर
You can see?
ऐसा हुआ क्या होता है
Yes, we can.
Okay, and I can change like that. It's okay?
Yes. Now we
Okay,
can
so
see.
let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry. So today France has a population of around 69 million people. Our current president is Emmanuel Macron since 2017, and the next presidential election will be next year in 2027. France is one of the founder member of the European Union and has a rich cultural heritage. We are also known for innovation in aerospace, healthcare, and technology, and we play an important role in Europe and works closely with our European partners. We are also famous for wine. We produce many different wines, and it's really connecting to each region. Just like the food, the taste of the wine changes from a region to another. And when we think about France, a lot of people think about fashion and food, but we are strong in science, technology, education, and healthcare also. So, of course, one of important part of our identity, is the language. So France has many regional accents. Someone from Marseille in the south of France doesn't speak the same French than someone in Lille on the north of France. You sometimes even French people have a lot of trouble to understand other French. The French is the official language spoken by about 80 million people. But France is not only in Europe. We have overseas territories from the Caribbean to the Pacific Ocean, and we are on 5 continents. And I'm sure you know some words in French like bonjour monsieur, un croissant s'il vous plaît, merci, parlez-vous français? As you know, Jeanne Zaib, you're very good in French. So to understand France, you also have to understand our way of life. And food is a very good part. Whether with family, friends, or colleagues, sharing a meal is very important for us. We often invite each other for lunch or dinner, especially at weekends. And French meals can be very long. A family lunch on Sunday can easily last 2 or 3 or 4 hours. We have a lot of cafe in France. People meet to talk, to read, to relax. And in France, when we meet a friend, we often say, shall we have a coffee? And sometimes that coffee lasts 2 hours. Regarding the food, it's very important in French culture. For us, eating is not only about food, but it's also spending time together. And we have a lot of different food like bread, croissants, wine, cheese, and we love to go to local markets to buy some vegetables or other things. Regarding the leisure, for many French people, having a good balance and between work and personal life is very important. So we love walking, cycling, hiking, spending a lot of time outdoors. And weekends are often dedicated to our family, our friends. And culture is very, very important in France. We are lucky to have many museums and a lot of cultural things in France. For me, as a designer, of course, art and culture are a great source of inspiration. Let's take a little journey through France. France is not a very big country, but we have a lot of different landscapes. In just a few hours, you can travel from snowy mountains to Mediterranean beaches. This is something, sorry, I really like about France. You don't have to travel very far to change completely the landscape. And for example, where I live in the Loire Valley, we are surrounded by beautiful castles. Some are very old, more than 500 years old. France is also well known for its arts and creativity. Sorry, I have a problem. as a designer, this is obviously very important for me. The Louvre, the museum, is the world's most visited museum. We have thousands of exhibitions each year, so this is huge. Here you can see some famous artists linked to France, such as Monet, Paul Cézanne, Henri Matisse, and more contemporary like Pierre Soulages. And Vincent van Gogh was not French, but he was Dutch. But he painted many of his most famous masterpieces in France, where he found inspiration and its landscapes and lights, French lights. So I choose this quote from Matisse: "Creativity takes courage." It's a very nice way to describe the French creative spirit. So France, so you know, is very well known for fashion. Paris is still one of the major fashion capital in the world. This is one of the reasons that I love my job, because as a textile designer, I'm lucky to work in a country where fashion, design, creativity are part of everyday culture. Of course, you know famous French brand luxury like Chanel, Dior, Vuitton, Hermès, Saint Laurent. But we have some new designers who bring fresh ideas, like Jacques Mus or Marine Serre. They are very, very interesting work. And France is also known around the world through some famous French people. They have inspired the world, and you probably know some of these faces already. So to start, in history, we have Napoleon Bonaparte. He was a military leader and emperor of France who changed Europe history with his reforms and his conquests. For fashion, Coco Chanel. She is very famous because she revolutionized fashion and modern style. She changed women fashion by making it simpler, more comfortable, inspired by men's style. And you probably know him, Gustave Eiffel. He designed the famous Eiffel Tower. It was built for the 1889 World's Fair in Paris. Regarding the music, this is Edith Piaf. She's one of the most iconic singers, and she is known by her famous song La Vie en Rose. Regarding the sport, Kylian Mbappé is one of the world's best football players today. And to finish the space, Thomas Pesquet is a French astronaut who has completed 2 missions aboard the International Station. So the sport in France, French people enjoy both watching and playing sports, and football is the most popular sport in France. You probably maybe know Zinedine Zidane is one of our most famous players. He won the World Cup in 1998. We have also in France a very famous cycling race called the Tour de France. It takes place every summer. And the rugby is also very popular in the south of France. This is a sport of values, of passion. I love this sport. And of course, Paris hosted the Olympic Games in 2024. It was an incredible event in France, a very special moment for the French people. At first, many French people were a little worried about the organization because it was very expensive. But when the games started, the atmosphere was very incredible. Now let's have a little fun and talk about some French cliches. So let's see what's true and what's not. So people imagine bread is important. The reality, it's true, we do eat a lot of bread, but we don't usually walk around a baguette under our arm, as you can sometimes see in the movies. French people are romantic, maybe, but real life is not exactly like Emily in Paris, if you know this. French people eat snails and frogs. True, but it's very, very rarely. For my part, I've never tested them. French people don't speak English very well. That's true. We often lack confidence speaking foreign languages, including me today. You can see it. And French people complain a lot. Yeah, maybe a little. I would say it's true. Complaining, it's almost a national sport in France. But we enjoy discussing and sharing our opinions. Now let's look at France today. Of course, France is not perfect, like many countries today. We also have important challenges. Climate is changing, and it's an important issue in France. We have more and more heat waves and wildfires, especially in summer. France is also trying to use cleaner energy and reduce pollution. The cost of living is also growing up. Food, housing, and energy are more expensive than a few years ago. But we have also many strengths, especially in healthcare, education, culture, creativity, research, and innovation. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed this little journey through France and discovered a different side of my country. And maybe if you want to visit, you will want to visit France one day, and you will be very welcome. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup, mademoiselle. Très bien. Très bien, this book. So very good speech. And now, yes, we have time for the questions from the audience. So please let us know. Yes, so we have got DTM Talha. Yes, DTM Talha.
All right. I actually don't have a question. I want to show everyone something, and I'll just take a few moments to do that.
Yeah.
So just bear with me for a moment. We actually have I hope everyone can hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. So we actually have a little piece of France right inside our home. And just let me switch on the camera.
Van Gogh.
Does anyone know where is the button to change the camera for? I mean, from front to back camera. Anyone?
The video beside the audio.
No. On a cell phone. Wait.
You will see a moon type thing. Moon type. Click it.
Oh yes, got it. All right. Thank you. So, if everybody can see,
Yeah.
we have a little piece of France right inside our home, and it's a large scale replica of Starry Night.
It is not very clear. Van Gogh is not very clearly visible. We can see the blue colors only, but picture is not clear.
Yeah, I don't know why is it
The zooming.
going through a blur filter. I completely fail to understand that. Just give me a second. All right. Again, it's showing through a blur filter error. But okay, you can get the idea. Actually, it's a full scale, large scale replica of Starry Night. And would you like to meet the person who actually painted it as a birthday gift for me?
Yes.
Talha, if your back camera is not working, show it with the front camera. There's some problem with your back camera.
All right. This is the person who painted this as a birthday gift. So
Wonderful.
You are mute.
okay, once again, it is showing blur. I don't know what's going on. But anyhow, this is a
It's the
full scale
blur filter.
replica of Starry Night. So I just wanted to show this. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Jazz.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Tala. Right. So we keep taking the questions. DTM Irfan Faruqi, you have a raised hand. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Caroline, for visiting us, taking us to a visit to France. I have one complaint from France government. There was a beautiful lock bridge, Love Bridge on River Seine. There was a huge bridge, metal railings. We used to love lock. I had placed one love lock over there. And over a few years ago, you have destroyed that wall or that fence. So this is my complaint. You have ruined my love lock.
Okay.
Right. So TM Asghar Ramzan.
Well,
Yes.
actually, first of all, I would like to thank her for this excellent presentation. I mean, it seemed to me that I was watching Emily in Paris throughout her presentation, you know. But my question is, and I'm throughout, my adult life, I've been confused and as well as surprising. We always mispronounce the French names, whether they are Jean-Paul Sartre, Samuel Debord, Maupassant, or the very name of Caroline Pott. She said, "Oh, I used to call Michael Foucault, Michel Foucault as Michael Foucault. There are a lot of so." are we, is it only South Asian or the Asian which, keep insulting the French names, or do you have people from other part of the country, such as Germany, United, or the Central Europe, who also happen to pronounce your name, to mispronounce your name as we do?
Sorry, could you repeat just the last, your last?
Okay, are we only the South Asian people mispronounce your name, or
No,
is it also happening with the other part of the country? I mean, the
no,
Italian people.
other part
No?
of the country. You're not alone. It's because it depends. For me, for example, my real pronunciation of my name is Pot, but
Oh,
nobody in France say Pot. So now I'm Caroline Po, but at the beginning this is Pot. So even the French people doesn't know how to pronounce.
okay. So we are not alone in this predicament.
Sorry, excuse me.
I mean, we are not alone in this difficult
No,
situation.
no, 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 no. I'm sure I'm French, so for me it's easy, but I'm sure it's very difficult to pronounce.
Right. Thank you so much, CM Asghar. So, do we have any other question or any feedback? Please
I would
raise your
only
hand
like
if you.
to thank Caroline for sharing this wonderful presentation. Although I, due to my little personal engagement, couldn't join the meeting from the beginning, but I'm very, very grateful for creating this wonderful presentation, and we would love to see more coming from your end, because this way, while staying in Pakistan, we in fact had this opportunity to deep dive into your part of the world. It was a really nice experience. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Right. Thank you so much. So, I believe we do not have any other further question. I have one thing to ask, Caroline. So, with the age of AI, the design part of France or Italy, is it going to be affected? Like AI would take over the design work as well? Will it disrupt anything with regards to designing or anything like the AI, artificial intelligence and design? How you see both of them going forward?
It's an interesting question because as a designer, actually we have to work with this. So for me, AI, I have a lot of friends who doesn't want at all to work with because when you are a designer, a creator, it's very difficult to change our way of working. But what I think it's the tool is here.
Yeah.
It's present actually, so we have to work with, and sometimes I have to use AI, but it's just for help me to spend to win some time to create more. So it depends how you can use it, but for me it's I use it like a real tool, like Photoshop or Illustrator or some software like that. But sometimes on some tasks, it's very interesting to use because I can create more when this task will took a long time are finished. So, but I don't know. I don't know for the future. I think it will be more complicated for the designer, but we
Yeah,
will see.
it's a tricky situation, yes, indeed, because AI is taking over. It is disrupting, not taking over, I would say.
Mm.
So, yeah, yeah. Right. Thank you so much, Caroline.
Thank you.
So We truly appreciate your presence and wonderful presentation. On behalf of the all club, I would like to thank your presence and your time today.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Caroline. And now it is time to go ahead with our prepared speech segment. So, first, it is going to be the speech from myself. So, the speech evaluator is Toastmaster Maria. So, I would like to invite Toastmaster Maria to introduce my speech objectives and introduce my project. Yeah, sorry, Toastmaster Maria, I sent on the WhatsApp. So it is an icebreaker speech and pathways engaging humor. Pathways engaging humor. We can't hear you. We still can't hear you, Maria.
Can
Anyone
you
else
hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I think she did not connect with audio.
No, I can see the option to mute. So the audio is connected. Can you hear us, Toastmaster Maria? Yeah. Okay, for now, that's good enough. You can always provide your evaluation in writing. Yeah. But yeah. So perhaps that's workable, Toastmaster Jazid?
Yeah. Right. So on behalf of Maria, I can announce my speech objectives here.
Yeah.
So, fellow Toastmasters, my speech is icebreaker level 1. Engaging humor is the pathway which I'm going to start today. The speech is going to be 4 to 6 minutes. So this is the speech objectives. My speech evaluator is Toastmaster Maria, and now it is time to start the speech. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. 2 years. And do you know how many days it has? More than 700. More than 100 weeks. And if I count the Toastmasters meetings conducted of my club, have been 50, somewhere around 50. And all this time, I've been waiting to resume my education journey. You must be imagining that it sounds like me. That is the dilemma of everyone. All this time, I've been waiting to resume. I've been trying to find the right moment and right time to start. There were times when I got so excited that it is the time when I'm going to restart my journey. By the way, I completed my 5 levels almost till the level completion part of the presentation mastery, which was my first pathway. And secondly, because I could not complete the presentation completion, pathway completion project, I started another pathway in between. And then it was the persuasive leadership. And then eventually what I did, I went till the 4th project, and then eventually I left it. And after delivering my last speech, it has took me 2 years, 2 complete years to come back to start my education journey in Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not only with me, and it is not only with my Toastmasters education journey. It is with everything in every aspect of our lives. The most important point I would like you to consider is whatever the task we have without a deadline, without a repercussion, without a clear pathway, we tend to procrastinate more. I know procrastination is inevitable in our lives because of our distraction, because of our time with the screens and distractions and all. But procrastination is unavoidable if you do not have any timeline, if you do not have any deadline. And most important things in our lives have no timelines, like how to go about your health, how to go about how and when to go about mending your broken relationships, how to go about, reviving your past relationships or your friendships, how to go about or when to go about mending your uh, you know relationships with your parents or your siblings or other things. These things do not have timelines. We miss to set the timelines for these tasks, these beautiful aspects of our lives. We just we just spend our lives on our daily routine tasks of going to office, completing our projects, and that's it. We live our lives without any deadline, and that is why we tend to forecast on everything. So people, try to keep a deadline and check on your most as important and beautiful aspects, like your health, like your family, like your parents and your friends and your relationships, whatever they are. So it is of highly important matter that we are prone to more procrastination uh, with the tasks which we do not have any timelines, and it is important that we set complete strategy for those timelines. So this has been the uh, problem with me, and now I'm trying to resume my journey with Toastmasters by starting a new pathway. And I've set very clear goals that I'll do this type of, I'll spend this much amount of time on a weekly basis. And that is the task I'll do on that week. And this is the task I'll complete in a quarter or in 6 months' time. So this has been the way, and that is how I'm tackling this problem of deep procrastination. It is very important that and one more important point, if you feel a task is so much, difficult or cumbersome, or the amount of work required for that particular task is so huge, it is very important to break it down into very small, minor, tiny steps so that you can achieve smaller successes day by day or week by week, and then you continue towards your ultimate goal. So this is important. And the another thing I would like to mention here, that we should keep listening to our gut. We should keep listening to the inner voice, which is calling us to action, but we try to forfeit it uh, on the cost of ultimate pleasure of the thing which we are doing at hand, which is mobiles, which is screens or social media. So we need to listen to our inner self. We need to hear the voice which is coming from the inside and act upon it. No matter how tiny is the step, we need to do it. Otherwise, we'll keep procrastinating until the time is over. Thank you so much. Over to you, uh, Madam Toastmaster Maria, for the evaluation. I'm not sure how we are going to conduct the evaluation part if she can't join us with
We
audio.
we briefly
Can you
heard.
hear me now?
We can
Can you
hear
hear
her.
me
We
now?
briefly heard.
Yeah.
Toastmaster Jansen, we also need to appoint commenders and recommenders for this.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It's just a new laptop, and I didn't prepare before the meeting, so I was scrambling for the audio, and finally I found where to get my mic working.
Finally.
I asked Toastmaster Anum if she would give a commendation, and Toastmaster Majid, if he wouldn't mind to, okay, Toastmaster Anum, she said yes, but Toastmaster Majid, I didn't get an answer. If he wouldn't mind to give a recommendation, something that he would like Mr. Sorry, guys, Toastmaster Jahan Zeb to improve.
Toastmaster
Well, good.
Majid, yeah, are you ready? Yeah, he's ready, as
Yes,
always.
yes.
And then I will make a closing. Yes?
Yeah.
Only thing, Toastmaster Jahan Zeb, I did not receive your pathway write-up regarding your speech. So I don't exactly know which area I'm supposed to evaluate or keep an eye for, but I'll try to do what I can just by listening and by knowing the title of your speech.
Yes, please.
Okay, so how about Toastmaster Anum? Would you like to give your first commendation for Toastmaster Jahan Zeb Shah?
Yes, Toastmaster Maria. Thank you so much. All right, Toastmaster Jahan Zeb. It was a well-written and well-fabricated speech. You have the background aligned with your dress, so it was pretty. We were focused on your speech. Didn't have many distractions in the background, so that was the first positive thing that I found out. Then your speech was well sorted out. Everything was in proper, like the beginning, then the body, and then the message. In fact, there were a couple of messages in your speech, and they all aligned with each other. All of those messages, third thing, all of those messages were a takeaway for each one of us. We can all relate to that, and exclusively presented speech. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Very good. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anum. What about Toastmaster Majid? Are you still here with us?
Yes, very much.
Would you mind to, oh, good, now I can see you, not only hear you. Would you mind, good to see you, by the way. Would you mind
Likewise.
to give a recommendation to Toastmaster Jahan Zeb, like something that you think he would improve, he should improve in the speech he gave?
Yes, absolutely. Well, in my recommendation, I would suggest that probably if there was mic properly, caller mic used in the speech, and you could be standing like behind, a little behind from the camera, so that we could have seen you standing when the speech you. Uh, as somebody who's evaluating your to be using your gestures and postures, hand moves there. And if there was that little distance from the camera where people have seen you stage with parts as an evaluator, I think were missed. Otherwise, you in fact were spot on as far as your fluency. And hand over to you, Toastmaster Maria.
Okay, very good. I don't know if it's only me, but I could not hear the main body of your recommendation. You said something about standing away from the mic, but I did not hear what you said afterwards because you were breaking the voice. And
yes, the same thing happened. But yeah. I understood the main point is the distance between the screen and the standing position.
My recommendation
I think you're outside or something is wrong with the audio or the connection, Toastmaster Majid.
Yeah, there's a bit of interruption, but I think we got the gist of it.
Yes. Okay, no
we
problem.
got the gist of his recommendation.
Yes, I think he was mentioning something about standing more away from the mic so that we could see you better, the whole picture of yours, so we can see your action, your hand gestures much better. I think that's what I interpreted to be. Okay, just to wrap it up, I would say yes, it was a I agree with Toastmaster Anum and also with Toastmaster Majid regarding the two positive and negative point. I would say yes, it was a very well planned and a very clear speech, very clear voice, and the arguments you made were very organized and interesting. But I don't know which relation they had with the engaging humor, because were you supposed to do a humorous speech? Sorry, my voice is gone. I had a bad throat for a couple of
Not
weeks now.
necessarily in the
Yeah.
icebreaker. When you're following a certain path, since the icebreaker is exact same across all the paths, so it's not necessary, but it's desirable. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So that would be the only thing that I would comment. It would have been nice to also introduce and interject some humor in it, so that it would go along with the theme. But yes, the rest of the points were very relatable to all of us, and regarding the voice, the tone of voice, I would also encourage you to maybe have like a more an opening with more effect, so that you also change your tone of voice and make the attract more interest also from the audience by the different modulation of your voice, so that that would make a more interesting speech. And otherwise, great. I'm glad you are doing what I am not even doing, to start speeches and getting into there and learning and practicing and contributing much more in the meetings with the preparing the speeches. And thank you, and God bless you for your good commitment.
Thank you so much. I'll keep chasing you, Toastmaster Maria, for your speeches as well. Right. Thank you so much. Very well pointed out. You know, icebreakers are same, but engaging humor is the thing which I have opted to learn. So this is very well pointed out. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Maria. Thanks a lot. So now it is time for our second prepared speech, and the next speech is going to be delivered by DTM Talha bin Hamid. And the lead evaluator of his speech is going to be DTM Anam Qadri. So I would like to invite DTM Anam Qadri to introduce his project and make it a proper invitation for him for this speech. Thank you so much. Over to you, DTM Anam.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jazzy. DTM Talha bin Hamid's speech is from the Pathway Presentation Mastery. It's level 3, elective, connect with storytelling. The purpose of his speech is to narrate a story in his speech. But before he begins, I would like to request Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, can you please be the commentator for his speech?
Yes, I will do it.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Janzid, can you please be the recommendator?
Yes, please, I'll do.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much, both of you. Okay, so with our commentator, Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, and our recommentator, Toastmaster Jahanzeb Shah, we begin the speech of DTM Talha bin Hamid. This is a 5 to 7 minute speech. The speech title is The Dark Forest. The Dark Forest, Toastmaster DTM Talha bin Hamid. Over to you. Sorry,
You are mute.
Talha, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Now, am I audible?
Yes.
All right. Congratulations, it's a boy. Was not the voice that I heard when I opened my eyes into this world. I heard panic. I heard gasps, because I was making the noise for everyone else. The sound of my cries drove away everyone, including my mother. Only my father had the heart to pick me up. And so began my life, ladies and gentlemen, and my journey. Pretty soon, I spotted him, a glowing, winged shadow, beckoning me. It flapped its wings and quietly called out to me and made a following gesture. Everything was brightly lit. There were flowers everywhere. A cool breeze was blowing, and the place was surrounded by beautiful trees and dappled sunlight. And everywhere around me, there were scores of people. My family, my extended family, and later, class fellows, friends. We all stepped forward, kept walking and walking. The path through the forest was filled with natural beauty. The sound of rushing water, the ethereal flapping of butterfly wings, the evocative calling of crickets. Everything seemed lovely. The icy winter invigorated my soul. The blooming spring refreshed my eyes. The hot summer put a spring in my step. And finally, the bronze beauty of autumn only reinforced my resolve to move forward and forward and forward. And I stepped and stepped and stepped forward on the yellow brick road with all my loved ones around me. But then something started to happen. The sun rose up and the heat grew, and we started sweating. And some of the elderly members of the party started getting tired and falling behind. When one of them stopped, the cherub, angelic and ethereal till now, turned a blood red and shouted, keep walking, or someone dies." And so everyone picked up their pieces and struggled on and on and on until one could not take it any longer. The sheriff picked up its bow and arrow and shot that person. I heard a scream behind me. And that's when I knew, ladies and gentlemen, that stopping was not an option. I had to walk and walk and walk. The forest grew darker, denser. The canopy of trees grew so dense that sunlight failed to reach the floor. And that's when I started hearing them, the various beasts, the slithering snakes, the unidentifiable shadows with horrible sounds, waiting to pounce on all of us. Every now and then, one member of the party was snatched away by an unseen monster. Some of them, too thirsty, too hungry, too tired, just fell down and gave up, only to be greeted by an arrow from the sheriff. The crowd around me started thinning out. The forest grew darker, hotter, more ominous. And that's when I started feeling it in my bones as well. Hunger, thirst, tiredness, exhaustion. The path grew vague, the path grew dark, the flowers disappeared, and instead, poisonous vines slithered around trying to catch me. I tried to escape, And every time I set 1 foot outside the pot, an unknown fang or a poisonous thing would set me right back. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I realized I was human, and so started faltering. One night, in the dead of the night, I saw a dark shadow creep out at me from among the trees. And instead of fighting it, I decided to give in. The shadow approached me, bared its fang, and I was about to sink them into my neck when I heard a shout from behind. No, 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 leave him. He's mine. He's mine. I saw the sheriff with his bow and arrow pointed not at me, but at the monster. I looked at my savior and I kept walking, walking, walking. Every time I thought of slowing down, I heard, keep walking, or someone dies. The forest became a cave. And finally, a cave opened out onto a cliff. There were 100-foot cliff right in front of me, with roiling sea beneath, and the sheriff said to me, now you can stop. You're alone, you're tired, your body has failed you. I have no use for you. So, tell me, would you like to jump or keep walking until I hit you with my arrow? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, DT and Talha. So for the commendation, I would like to call Toastmaster Shafat Zaman.
Thank you, Anam Qadri, Toastmaster Anam Qadri. I noticed a lot of good points in his speech. Since I'm also learning, I noticed that he started with the energy and he used stage very well. He was moving from one side to another. And I also noticed he was using a lot of different vocal varieties. And one more thing that I noticed that he used his facial expression, which was, I think, a very great way to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shafat. For the recommendation, I would like to call Toastmaster Jahanzeb.
Right. Thank you so much, DT Anam Qadri. It was a wonderful speech with a story and a lot of good usage of grammar and words. Recommendation is very difficult for his speech. I would like to comment on the lighting part where he was delivering. When he was standing away, I feel there could be, if the light was more, we could see when he used to go back to the stage from a distance. I feel the light was not very good. So that is the only comment I have for his speech today. So rest, I liked his speech a lot. Thank you so much, DT Anam Qadri. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jahanzeb. So summing all of these evaluations and putting my 2 cents in, DTM Talha bin Hamid, you kicked off the speech with a fantastic start. Your opening words were incredibly catchy, with proper expression, facial expressions that immediately pulled everyone's attention. So your first motive of getting the attention was fulfilled. Moving on to your vocabulary, you selected very rich, elegant, and articulative words, giving the entire speech a very sophisticated culture or a very sophisticated structure. Regarding your voice, I don't know about others, but it was a bit difficult for me to listen to you, and I had to lean close to my screen when you were delivering your speech slightly far away from your own screen. So it was a bit hard for me to hear. Just adjust your mic setup next time in your speeches so that, or get a bit louder, because I think you were speaking softly as well. And plus, yeah, there was some problem with the mic. I couldn't hear it that well, so I had to lean forward. I don't know, maybe it was better on the other end. Your hand gestures were exceptionally purposeful. Your body movement brought natural pacing to the story that related to the story, and we could connect to the story really well. Overall, it was a really nice speech. And yes, Toastmaster Jahanse was right. The lighting was a bit bright. If it could have been adjusted a little, it would have been better to get proper visuals as well. Although we had the desired visuals, but then it was just an add-on that you could have added to the speech. So a proper audio and a proper lighting would improve your speech delivery. The structure and the gestures and the body movement was exceptionally well. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Salim.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Anam Kadri. Right. So this brings our first segment to an end. And now I would invite Toastmaster, like our impromptu vote counter, to float the poll, please. DTM Tala bin Hamid. Yes.
Yeah, the poll has been floated.
Yes, so poll is floated. Please, everyone, please vote for the best speaker. Yeah, it is not.
Yeah, there's a
updated.
mistake. No, it is updated. Actually, there's Toastmaster Sabah Anjum's name, which is remaining from last meeting. So kindly ignore that for today and just vote for either Toastmaster Janze or Toastmaster Tala.
Right. So meanwhile, everyone is voting. It is time. Maybe we take a minute. Vote. I know this. Right. So I've submitted my poll. So everyone, please do the voting. And it is time to move on towards to our second segment, which is going to be the table topic speeches. And today we have DTM Talha bin Hamid as our table topic master. So I invite DTM Talha to take over the stage and conduct the table topic speech segment. So over to you, DTM Talha.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So our table topics have a unique structure. In that, we will call 3 speakers, and each speaker will first evaluate the previous speaker and then get their table topic. So who better than to start with the table topics than our very own Toastmaster Maria. So Toastmaster Maria, are you ready for your topic? You're muted. Please unmute. Toastmaster Maria, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sorry. Okay, yes, I'm ready.
All right. So let's start with something juicy and spicy. As an Italian, do you prefer Italian cuisine or French cuisine, and why? Sorry, I couldn't resist. And word of the day, by the way, is reluctant.
I am okay. Thank you very much for the reminder, and thank you for the topic, Toastmaster Tala. Is Caroline around?
No, she isn't.
I think she's gone.
Yeah, otherwise I wouldn't have asked this.
That's an unfair question. I'm a bit reluctant to tell you what I really think, but and I don't want to say anything behind the back of Caroline, because she was very nice and she presented her thing very beautifully, and she looks like and sounds like a very nice person. So yes, I'm telling you why I prefer Italian cuisine. Apart the fact that I think in some ways French cuisine and Italian cuisine, French wine, Italian wine, those are the issues where it's like India-Pakistan connections and mangoes on mangoes and cricket. So I don't want to. Obviously, I'm Italian. I don't know France as well as Italian cuisine. French cuisine is not as much as I don't know. But generally speaking, given my limited experience, Italian food is much more simple. French cuisine is more elaborate and is full of butter. So, in my opinion, although I can see French people are very fit and trim, and you don't hardly see fat French people, which is speaks very highly of their cuisine also. My Italian cuisine, I guess, it's what I grew up with, and it's the use of olive oil more than butter and other refined things is what I prefer. And I'm on red already, and I didn't say hardly anything. Sorry about that. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And of course, that's a lesson to be learned here, how beautifully you skirted the line, literal border between Italy and France by not creating any controversy. And of course, both cuisines are, of course, very different. So now, all right. Our next table topic speaker, Toastmaster Majid Akhtar. Toastmaster Majid, are you there? I think he has a bit of connection, so we may come back to him.
Looks like
We'll now move to our guest, Jaleel Muhammad Saab. Jaleel Saab, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. So first, you evaluate briefly what was spoken by Toastmaster Maria, and then we'll assign you your topic.
Thank you very much. She has spoken very well, distinguishing between two different countries, their cuisine, which was very pleasantly discussed, and it was enhancing our knowledge about the cuisine, its ingredients, and its impact on human health. And overall, her discussion was really fruitful, and it was very informative for us. And I learned a lot about the European food. Definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you.
Toastmaster Jaleel, our guest Jaleel, your topic is about a very beautiful French phrase, déjà vu. Déjà vu is when you experience something and you think you've experienced it before. So my question to you would be, have you experienced déjà vu, and when have you experienced it?
Deja vu, I really experienced in a very effective and very memorable way. I went to Ormara beach, where I had the New Year night. We camped at the seashore, where I first time in the life lived inside the tent. So it was a beautiful camping, and the main thing was that I was able to see the sunset, as well as I woke up early in the wee hours of the morning, and I was able to see the sunrise as well on the seashore. So it was fabulous. The night was excellent, where barbecue, the music night, the musical group was there, and we were also individually singing, individual to individual. So it was really fun. I had a great Ormara Beach visit, which is really memorable, and I had a bonding to different new people. I went alone there, so I also made some new friends as well. Thank you so much.
Wow, great, great. So you're so lucky to have seen the sunrise and sunset on Ormara Beach. We also went to Ormara Beach, and for the life of us, we could see nothing but gray clouds, no sunrise, no sunset, the same
Oh,
gloomy, grayish white weather, 24 hours. By the time we left, we were wondering why we came here because, but again, it is remains a beautiful place. But our uh, dream of seeing a sunrise and sunset remain unfulfilled there. But congratulations on achieving yours. So our next speaker and the last speaker, Toastmaster Majid Akhtar. Toastmaster Majid, are you there?
Yes, I'm very much here, but I suspect there are signal issues, but I'll try.
Yeah, we can hear you right now. So please evaluate and brief Toastmaster guest Jalil's speech first.
Toastmaster Jerry's speech, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Toastmaster Jalil, it was actually a deja vu watching you speaking after a very long time because I have witnessed you speaking before. So this very moment is a deja vu moment for me. It was really nice to see you after a long time. You in fact are very dedicated Toastmaster, but somehow due to your maybe busy routine, you are appearing on screen after a long time. I remember you that you are a banker from UBL, my ex-colleague as well. So yeah, thank you so much for turning up to Toastmaster meeting. And yes, you in fact are a good speaker, very nice speaker. And another good point about you is that I always find you that you never give up. You always give it a try, and you always give it a best shot. Your communication skills are very nice. What I only need from you is that you attend the meeting on a regular basis. Eye contact when you are online speaking, then looking in the camera is the best way to maintain the eye contact. That's it from my end.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Majid
thank you.
Akhtar. And of course, Toastmaster Majid, being division director, you forgot to add that he should become a member. It's high time now. He speaks so well and he's participated in so many meetings. And every time we see him speak, we always wish that he would be a member of our club. So with that, Toastmaster Majid, your topic. Your topic and first word of the day is reluctant. Now listen to the topic closely. You are a chef in a French restaurant, right? You're a chef in a French restaurant and you're asked to make a pizza. What will you do?
Well, I'll show my reluctance first. Making the best Euro word of the day, I will show my reluctance. I'll say that as a chef, what I will try to do is I would love to come up with any of the best French dish, but pizza, because this is something which probably is in not best list of my makings. Yeah. So if I will make pizza, then people might kill me because I would like to survive more in France. Yeah. So yeah, I would request people that if they, have this tolerance enough to tolerate my cooking of pizza experience, and if they will be able to handle the bad taste, then I can give it a try. So maybe they in fact are going to find something very interesting, because see, many times they have their routine cuisines to eat, but this can be an interesting experience. Maybe it's something which I am cooking, making up for them. This can be serendipity for them. Yeah. Serendipity when they have this new dish coming their way from a man who is an Asian, and I will try a different way of cooking up. I will insert potatoes in it. I will, insert onions in it. I will do everything which is not done in, cooking pizza. I will bake that pizza in a very different manner. It is going to be a desi version of pizza, and I'm sure they are going to love it. So I'm sure after eating it, I will before presenting it to the world in France. I would love to have my tickets booked so that notice that they're going to give me so that I can fly off from that region. Otherwise, I might become very famous in France as well because of this new creative dish, pizza, but with this Asian flavor in it. Over to the Toastmaster, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Majid. You will actually cause a war between Italy and France because both will fight who gets to murder you. So that brings us to the end of the table topic session, but not without having Toastmaster Maria as the first speaker to evaluate the last speech. So Toastmaster Maria, your brief evaluation of Toastmaster Majid's speech.
Okay, so Toastmaster Majid, it was very nice to see you again after a long time. You changed your face. I like your beard. So yes, your speech was very enthusiastic, and you had a lot of good ideas. I think you like to cook, but you're afraid to do something that is from typical of a place. And of course, for Toastmaster Tala to ask you to make a pizza in a French restaurant, that wasn't very good to ask you. But I think if you would ever happen to do that, you'll be fine. And yes, I really like the way you grabbed the subject and expounded and told us some fun and interesting things.
Great. Thank
Over
you.
to you.
The pizza does happen to be the most popular food in the world. So naturally, even French people would be eating it. So with that,
Yes.
that brings us to the end of our table topic session. And now handing over the charge to you, our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Jahan.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Talha, for a wonderful segment. Now it is time for us to vote for the best table topic speaker. And we should do the voting, and then we move towards the third and the final segment of our meeting. So, right, so the next segment is the general evaluation. And for that, we have DTM Anam Kadri as our general evaluator today. So I would like to invite DTM Anam Kadri to take charge and conduct this session. Thank you so much, and over to you, DTM Anam Kadri.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jandeep. Being the general evaluator, I would first like to call Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, who is our language evaluator for today. Toastmaster Shafaq, are you ready with your level?
Thank you, Anam Kadri. Here is my language report. I notice a lot of good praises, especially by DTM Talha bin Hamid. For example, beaconing me, invigorated my soul, the canopy of the sky. And one is from we are not alone in this predicament. This was from TM Asghar. And overall, all the language used in this meeting was effective and clear. Back to you, TM Anam Kadri.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shafaq. President, can you please help me? Do we need the timer's report, or shall I continue?
No, you don't. Just move ahead. Yeah.
Right. So moving on to my general evaluation, today's meeting was an absolute triumph. Seamlessly blending inspiration with intellectual spark with the keynote from France and supportive learning. Toastmaster Jahandev set a fantastic tone as the Toastmaster of the day, comprehensively introducing every segment before the beginning of the meeting that that gave every newbie, if anyone who was attending the meeting for the first time, a very thoughtful structure of the entire meeting. So they could relate to each and every segment separately and they could feel included and informed. Secondly, what I liked best was the spur of the moment decisions that were taken when Toastmaster Maria's microphone wasn't working well. It was really nice that instead of waiting on and trying to troubleshoot it, you were doing it simultaneously, yet without wasting any time of the meeting. So it was really nice. In the end, obviously, it was a good ending, but the spur of the moment decision was something that was commendable. Keynote speaker delivered a breathtaking presentation on France. Not only her way of speech was good, her content was good, but the presentation that she made was very fresh looking, with nice colors, with a good template that she used. And I really wanted to ask what she was using for that, but let's hope we get to meet her someday in the future as well. So that was very captivating and eloquent. Table topic session was followed with incredible energy, especially from Toastmaster Majid. And the rest of you, Toastmaster Jalil, I really like the way you were I think it's the first time you're attending any Toastmaster meeting, but the way you spoke, the eloquence of your speech, that was really nice. And the way that you put up the idea just by reading the table topic right there and then, it's very difficult even for some experienced Toastmasters to put up the speech right when you hear the topic. So it was really nice and enjoyable. Every participation displayed immense courage, turning their time on stage into memorable and articulative moments. So overall, I liked the aura of the meeting today with very good messages, very good gestures, expressions, an energetic environment, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmasters today.
Right. Thank you so much, DTM Anam Kadri, for a wonderful general evaluation. We are almost on time, and it is time to move towards the closing of the meeting. Before we do that, we will need to vote for the best. Yes, we have the poll now. So the best category role player, and we need to vote for that. This concludes my role as Toastmaster of the day today. So I hand over the charge back to our president, DTM Talha bin Hamid, to move towards the conclusion. Thank you so much. Over to you, DTM Talha.
Thank you so much. So first, as president, let me place on record my sincere gratitude for Toastmaster Maria for joining the meeting. And I strongly request that she keeps joining our meetings. It's a very convenient time, Sunday, 4:30 onwards. Yeah. And secondly, I would invite Toastmaster Majid Akhtar for his comments. Toastmaster Majid just
left.
Connected. Yeah.
Just left.
Anyhow.
Yeah, disconnected.
All right. So, guest Jaleel Mohammed, your comments.
The meeting was perfectly designed, and it was my first experience to see that foreigner also participated and shared their experiences, knowledge, and other thoughts with us, which was really informative, and really I enjoyed a lot. And I think the world is global village. So I found the meaning of that today as well, that the whole world is linked. And I was like, I was in Paris. It was excellent meeting. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janisa, for summarizing things so beautifully. And I can't help but notice that you're standing at a beautiful place yourself. The sunlight and the greenery behind you. So, Toastmaster Majid.
Alhamdulillah, I have exactly.
Yeah, Toastmaster Majid, your comments about the meeting.
Well, in fact, I'm kind of feeling deprived at why I started This is my second time I'm attending the meeting of this club, and I can't tell you how happy I am attending this meeting because a little different format, a different way people are connecting with each other. That presentation in which we get to have opportunity to visit various countries of the world, amazing. So I, in fact, would like to give myself -5 for not becoming the attendee and participant of this meeting before. So, and I would love to attend these meetings again and again. I would like to I would like to say thanks to Toastmaster Janzeeb for the invitation yesterday. So I made up my mind that I will attend the meeting most definitely. So perfect performance, sir. Superb energy in the room, and I would love to be, a regular participant of these meetings, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Majid Akhtar. Sincere appreciation for your thorough participation. You always make sure you participate throughout the meeting rather than like some people who just come for the keynote and leave. You never do that. And what's even more impressive is that you are facing severe connectivity issues, but yet you kept coming back to the meeting. So we really admire that about you. When you're part of the meeting, we know that we can depend upon you to be part of it. And finally, Toastmaster Shafaq Zaman, your thoughts about the meeting. And thank you for playing the language evaluator by the way.
Thank you, DTM Talha bin Hamid. It was very good मीटिंग और मुझे लग रहा था कि सिर्फ इस तरह ये एशिया में जैसे आपने लिखा था कि हमारी कारपेट जो है ना इससे पहले बहरीन में गई थी तो अभी अमेरिका पहुंच गई तो ये मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगे कि ये मुख्तलिफ दुनिया के जो ममालिक है उसमें जो है ना हमें इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है तो ये चीज़ मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा थैंक यू वेरी मच
थैंक यू सो मच हमारा जो कारपेट है वो मैजिक कारपेट नहीं वो अफगान कारपेट है जो दुनिया के हर कोने में जाता है so,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बेस्ट
exactly.
कारपेट
Yeah, it's the best carpet, and you can find your country's carpets all around the world. We in Pakistan love it, and so this is actually Eloquent Equals. So thank you so much, and finally to announce the results. Best major role play goes to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Javed Shah. Congratulations. Best table topics goes to Toastmaster Majid Akhtar. Congratulations. Best evaluator goes to DTM Anand Padri once again for the second consecutive week. I mean, seriously, anyhow. All right. And best speaker today was a very tough contest. So by 2 points, it goes to myself. So congratulations to me, I guess. So with this, I hand over the charge back to our president. Oh, sorry.
You happen to be the president. You happen to be the president.
I am the
Yes.
president. All right. Actually, Toastmaster Janzeeb Shah is our immediate past president, so I have this habit of handing it over to him. Anyhow, so once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. And our next meeting will happen 2 weeks from now, inshallah. And hope to see you all in that meeting as well. Thank you so much, and Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.